Yes, welcome again. So we continue with our lesson. Our lesson today is on editing a quiz in Moodle, and your presenter is PL Biswalo. Yes, so let's get started immediately. So if we recall from our lesson, we stopped here where we are supposed to edit the quiz. So as you can see, there are no questions that have been added. So we click edit quiz, and it takes us to this page. On this page you are going to see that we have a maximum grade of 10 and save. This is important. When you change your marks later on, you must put the correct marks here and click save. We need to be able to shuffle our questions within the quiz. More information is given when you click here on what happens when you shuffle the questions within the quiz. So we click shuffle, and we come here and click add. You can see that we have a new question or questions from a question bank and a random question. Questions from bank, you're going to get some notes or handouts. These are questions that you create ahead of time and you can just add them immediately. And we do have we're going to use a new question to get started with, and these are the different types of questions. Based on your area that you're teaching, you should be able to choose the correct question that you want. For our presentation here, I'm going to put my first question as an essay question, and I click here on add. So this page opens up where we want to add the question, and the most important part of this is to give your question a name and the question text. So let us say I'm going to call this a question sea animals. This is a question about sea animals, and the question text is what the student will be responding to. So we can say describe the different types of sea animals. Okay, so then when you are done with that, you check whether everything is correct. The default mark that is given by the system is a 1. So here you can decide to say maybe give it a 5 mark. So it's up to you, weighting based on the question that you're asking. This is a general feedback. What this means is that you can give a general feedback based on how the students have responded, and you can click here on the question mark to get more information about the general feedback. ID number, for now, don't worry about it, and all of these for now, since you are still learning, you'll get to know more about them once you start creating a number of quizzes. So this part, since this is an essay question, you may have other people grade the question for you, so you need to give them information on what you expect them to grade. Once you are done with that, you click save changes. If you click save changes and continue editing, it will take you back here. So you click save changes and it will take you to another page for adding another question. So we can see now we have 5 marks that is already showing here, and therefore don't forget to update your marks here based on what you get and clicking save. So we will add another question. This is a new question. This time I'm going to use a true false question. So I click true and false, By the way, you have other like multiple choice and others, so it's up to you. But for example here, I'll use the true false and I click add. Now with the true false question, again you still need to give the name of the question. Let us say we are going to call this question birds and airplanes. That is our question, and the text for the question we call it we can ask birds airplanes. That's the question. This is based on the fact that birds can fly. So are they airplanes? So we know that the response is false. Here you can put a general feedback. As usual, here you have a default mark. You can decide to give it a 2 or 3 depending on what you want. This is a general feedback that you can give to the students based on what they've performed. You can also click here for more information. The ID number, like we've said before, is not important. So the correct answer here is false, and so you give a feedback. If someone has chosen true, and if the correct answer is false, if someone has chosen true as the answer, then you say sorry, try again next time, something like that. Now if for the feedback response you will say very good, because it is false and it is the correct answer. And after that you can click save changes to continue. Okay, so we proceed. Now we have a total of 6 marks here, so we are going to click here and write a 6 and click save. So the total marks is 6 depending on how many questions you are going to ask. So you can continue putting more questions as you feel like. So when we are done with this, you can always come back actually to edit the quiz and add more questions. So once you save, it doesn't mean it's the end. You can always add other questions. For now, we are going to go back to the quiz itself, because we are assuming that we have finished all the questions. So as a lecturer, you need to be able to preview the quiz to see how it looks like, and you are going to click preview the quiz now. It will ask you that the attempt is 2 hours, but for you, you are just previewing it. It's not a problem, but the student will get this information when they start the quiz. And then it will show the questions, that this is a questions navigation here, and the time is ticking, and the student will basically answer the question whatever they are going to type, and then we proceed to the true false question. So the correct answer is false. So when we are done, we click finish attempt, and then when we are done, we can submit everything and finish the quiz. So submit all and finish. Normally students should be reminded to do that, and that's so the end, and the student now can see, or can see the preview how you answered and everything else. So for now, we are saying it's the end of our lesson. We'll continue another time. Thank you very much.